If we'll postpone it for more time, it will be a total waste of an hour. So I suppose that we can start, for at least for the curious ones that are online. So, hello, I'm Alex. I'm a PhD in telecommunication and a specialist in information security. I'm working on this project for more than a year. And here we have the most of the team online with us, most of the leads of the team. So let me introduce briefly the people around. So this is Alexandra. Can you have a short introduction about yourself, please?
I'm Alexandra. I'm assistant professor of Department of Information Security System of SWI. And I'm working in this project about a year, already more than a year.
Okay, thanks. The other part of our strong research community is Professor Bezatiev. Can you please briefly introduce yourself, please?
Hello, I'm in this project also during 1 year, and I'm a specialist in the security and information theory. And I think that this project will be interesting for people around the world by the new ideas, and I hope that it will have a fine future realization.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Some words to Mikhail, our boss.
Yeah, hello. Very glad to see all team members and all our community. So sorry for the delay. My name is Mikhail Saifulin. So I'm actually CEO and co-founder of the project. I'm in Project Science September 2017. So welcome to family. I hope we will cover all questions that we have from our community today.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Konstantin, our tech lead, can you have a short introduction?
Hi. Alexander already introduced me. I'm Konstantin Zhidanov, technical lead of our project. So we'll be glad to answer all your questions.
Great, thanks. And the last but not least, Sergey, our project.
Yeah, hello. I joined Enecuum in 2017, firstly as a Haskell developer. Now I'm working as a manager. So I have a different experience in IT, most notably working in Accenture in banking, and some projects with GIS systems. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So again, sorry for this delay. Well, you know, many people facing this issue with the conferences. Well, the network doesn't work, and you want to speak about the networks. So let's start with the questions, because we get quite a few of them, more than 40 questions, and they're still coming. And we have picked the most interesting ones. So if we will accidentally miss your question, just write it in the chat, remind us, we'll try to cover it if it's not covered by our selection. So in the first place, I would like to bring the attention to the question about the technical differences between the three consensus that Enecuum essentially uses. It's proof of activity, proof of stake, and proof of work. And I hope that Alexandra can help me to explain it to the brief, broad audience difference.
I'm sorry, it was a little delay. So can you repeat the question?
The question is, what's the technical difference between POA, POS, and POL?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
We have 3 types of users. This is Solus, the POF miner, who construct the blockchains. They calculate a hash as in Bitcoin system. Then we have holders, these users who mine ledger and who work made on cryptography functions. And the last one, the publisher, this is a mobile agent who can create transactions. They are used for more fast calculation of transaction in our system.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I hope that this answered the question of the technical side. If there are still some questions coming from the audience, please ask. We are following the chat. We'll try to answer them as fast as we have a piece of time during our discussion. But so far, let's continue with the second one. In terms of proof of work, when will it be ready for full deployment? And also, how will the proof of work algorithm be different from any of the established one? I think that Professor Bezateev can answer this question. You're muted. Can you unmute the microphone, please? It's on the bottom left corner. Okay, great.
Okay. So, as you know, the main problem of the most cryptocurrency that we may use the so-called ASICs to calculate the results of hash function as fast as possible. And this is the great problem when we talk about the security of such system. In our case, we propose the system which will be used the random access memory and not the proof of work, but proof of space or proof of memory, which will be needs to prove the usability of the system, and the person who want to use our currency should show that he or she have the enough memory to calculate some function. So that is one of the main features of our solution.
Now I forgot to unmute. I think that there was one more part of the question about like when the proof of work will be ready for full deployment. I suppose this goes to Konstantin, right?
Yes, at the moment, our POW nodes utilize SHA algorithm like Bitcoin, so it is vulnerable to multiple attacks. So at the moment, all POW nodes are hosted by our team, and as soon as we implement new memory-based algorithm, we will deploy our nodes, and POW node will be available for downloading, installing, and running by any user.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. The third question that we got came from Peru, where the person is facing really a lot of issues and pressure from the government and regulations, asking when the blockchain in general and Enecuum can be made simpler and easier to use. Like, what's our feeling about that? And Sergey, can you elaborate on that, please?
Yeah, sure. So from a philosophical general approach, the more people use cryptocurrencies in any way, the more attention it brings for this, and more people think how to make it more simple, more affordable. It's like general thing. And speaking about Enecuum, the problem with complexity comes from the fact that we are still in the testnet phase. So we have tradable ERC20 token, and we have mineable native testnet token, and from this comes that swap thing and all problems. So now we are working on bringing possibility to buy native Enecuum by banking cards. We negotiate with some gateways to processing systems. Also, we are working on peer-to-peer buy and trade. So that's how we will make it simpler.
Okay, great. Thanks. We have received a lot of questions about the specific applications of our system despite exchanges. So the question is like, what would it be made for? This is the one that is coming more often. How do we see the future? And I think that Mikhail is the best person to ask this question. What is the future of Enecuum besides the exchanges?
So it's a really good question, and we just discussed with the Russian community 2 hours before. So what is the future for in case of next steps and our roadmap for this year and next year and next future, like 3 years. So I will try to explain our vision to next months and next 3 years. So right now we are focused to release the mainnet in Q4 of 2019. So we are, by the way, to release the full nodes and POS nodes soon, and then POW nodes. So this is the first steps to realize the Trinity and bring the Trinity to the public, Trinity consensus algorithm. This is the first. So for the other part of this year, we are focused right now on the features which we will implement in our protocol and in our ecosystem. Like Sergey say, it will be possibility to join the network by Enecuum native tokens by the card, banking card. So right now it's for some of the people it's really red flag or stopped. Like they cannot join the network because we have to use native coins and ERC20 tokens. So they have to get the Ethereum amount on MetaMask to pay for the gas for this, making the swap from exchange to MetaMask to our native coin system, then put it back. So it's quite complicated for the people who are not quite familiar with the crypto. So we are trying to focus right now to make it more easy to join the network, as easy as possible, let me say. So we're working with a payment system to make a bridge between fiat and our native coins. First, second, we are just we will publish and inform community, I think tomorrow or after tomorrow, that we signed agreement with a company named Paytomat. So it's a payment solution. So people in the near future, like a couple of days, can spend the Enecuum ERC20 tokens in about 1,000 point of sales to pay Enecuum and to get some coffee, dinner, some snacks, bar. Mostly these shops are cafe and restaurant. So it's also very important step for us. So people can not only they earn tokens, but they can spend these tokens. After that, we will release the iOS miner, so it will be completely different from the Android one. So because of the rules of Apple, it's completely not prohibited to make any mining system in Apple, and also we cannot put any links to decentralized application, which actually have to be the big part of our ecosystem in the future. So it will be completely different miners, but iOS also will use not POA algorithm for mining, but it will be looks more like a POS mining. So actually our plan for this year to become to top 100 in coin market cap. So it's quite hard goals, but I think we can make it with our strong team and our strong community. So in the future, for the next year, we will try to scale our community up to 1 million of devices. So we already have some plan how we can scale our protocol and how we can scale our community of the miners up to millions of users. Because also I would like to cover the ROI. Some of the people not happy at the moment to ROI, and we are thinking how we can make it more community and more scale our community, and at the same time make everybody who join our network happy in case of ROI. So this is also a very important part of our roadmap for the next year. Smart contract, issue tokens by the phone, scaling program for developers, SDK. So a lot of things to do, and I think in the perspective of 3 years, we actually can bring the crypto mostly mainstream for the usual people. So in everyday life processes. So actually, this is our goal for next 3 years.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Even this covered quite a lot of questions that were supposed to come a bit later. Thanks. I suppose that Konstantin wanted to answer the question about how Enecuum is better than Ethereum or dApps and smart contracts, for dApps and smart contracts.
Yes, those who used Ethereum smart contracts know about its main problem. And this problem first time was revealed when CryptoKitties were introduced in the public. So the whole network stopped because one single dApp loaded whole network, and transaction fee became very high. So our solution is to simplify smart contract language and make some kind of lightweight contracts, not so heavy as Ethereum, but does anyone hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we are hearing.
What's the connection? Okay, thanks. I suppose that there are some more questions about some more technical question about the differences of Enecuum to other platforms. So those are on our list just for you to have a look. Q6 and Q12 on the second page. And basically, Mikhail already covered the business perspective and the future steps of the technology. But what about the technical part about the mining? I think that Sergey was planning to comment on what is the main differences of Enecuum compared to other existing platforms.
Yeah. So the main idea to make it easier to came into crypto and into mining, in particular like mobile mining, but we are not aimed. We do not aim mobile mining as the main part. I would like to say it's easy to mine even with a mobile phone. That's why we are not blocking some emulators of this stuff. So, and the difference here in the field of mobile mining is that we bring technology that makes mobile mining as lightweight as cloud mining, but at the same time, it's not a so it's true blockchain technology with signing of blocks and verifying hashes, all this stuff, but it is possible with low consumption of energy or network traffic. So we think it's the main difference in the part of mining, POA, yes, stuff, and for other Other things I think already covered about smart contracts and decentralization, like 3 types of consensus. This was already answered.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Maybe some questions from audience are coming, but people are maybe shy. Don't be shy. Ask the questions. That's the best time, for them not to get lost in those miles of text in the chat. Meanwhile, there was an interesting question. Would Enecuum implement gas-like transaction fee or a flat fee when the mainnet is released? Konstantin, can you comment on that, please?
Yes, as I told before, gas-like fee is quite bad idea because of CryptoKitties, to be short. So at the moment, we are working on economics of our transactions, and it seems that fee will be flat, but will be set up dynamically, depending on system current status. It will be like difficulty of POW in other blockchains.
Okay, thanks. There is actually one question from the audience, which I suppose should go to Mikhail. Mikhail, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah.
So there is a question about how that we raised 1.3 million during the ICO. How long you can manage with those funds? Like us, how long can we manage with those funds?
Yeah. So actually, we already not already. We raised in 2018 3,000 Ethereum, and actually these funds already was ended. So we cover right now, and at the moment we cover all our costs by shareholders. So we are looking on the future and spend our private funds to cover the costs in case of marketing development of the product at the moment.
Okay, thanks. The second question is, it's actually a very interesting question when speaking about perspective. Mikhail, can you tell us what you see Enecuum being used 10 years from now? As currency only, or maybe something more? Well, this question was actually already answered before, but if you can summarize it in a few sentences.
Yeah, so actually our idea was to create something very new and absolutely new on the market. So right now at the moment we deliver the product, which at least it's a very fast cryptocurrency. So if you have our application, you just check it. You can check it, send from one wallet to other wallet. So funds come in very fast, so like few seconds, and it doesn't matter where are you located. So you can send from Africa to Asia, and will take like few seconds. The same like from Europe to Australia. So, but the main role of our utility token, it's provide to the people digital marketplace for digital resources. So what we start work and develop decentralized VPN from last couple of weeks, and it will be, I think, first of the DApp and our blockchain protocol in the future. So our goal is create the decentralized system which supported by the community of the miners, and all developers can build on top of that protocol any kind of applications of top. It can be, as you know, most popular application at the moment, if you go to the and check it on the dappradar.com, so you will see the most usable application at the moment. It's games and gambling, and Tron and EOS, it's most top of blockchain in from the people using daily perspective. But as you can see, like 4,000 people use the most popular application. I don't remember the name of this application. So it means that still the whole blockchain sphere, it's still very small and very small. So it's like a small baby. But our goal is bring to crypto and bring the blockchain technology to the mass adoption. And because of we are working with the small devices as smartphones, so we think we can cover millions of the people in the future, to cover and to bring the idea of the decentralization and the crypto to the millions of the people from perspective of 3, 5, 10 years.
Okay, thank you. The next question is about the treasury policy. It says that Energy is mining 1 million coins a month, and 40% of that goes to the treasury to cover the project. Do we have any mechanism like that in Enecuum?
Yeah, so I think the energy economical system, it's quite healthy. I discussed it with the Tommy, World Power, it's a creator of the energy, like a few weeks ago, and I think it's very healthy, this kind of model for the economic of the system. So the 40% of total emission, which 1 million in energy, go to cover the costs of developers, marketing, and so on. So because the energy project did not make any ICO or IEO, any fundraising from the market. So the all cost was covered by owners, by the founders of energy. So in our case, we have raised 3,000 Ethereum to start develop the project, and we actually have in our emission model, in our tokenomics system, that we will cover all costs and develop the project and promote the project from the funds, which will get 20% of total emission. So, but these funds will be created and unlocked only after 1 year after the mainnet will launch. So it's mean for this year and next 1 year, we will cover all costs to development and the marketing by shareholders, by the founders of the project. And after 1 year, of mainnet launch, we can unlock the funds which will cover next steps for development and marketing of the project. So we have different model with the energy project, but we think we believe in our project, and this is why we still cover all costs by the founders.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. The next question was also actually on our list. And it's like we've seen many coins in real life, like Bitcoin, but will Enecuum come to real life?
Yeah, so as I told you before, we're already in real life. So first payment of with the ERC20 Enecuum tokens was a couple of days ago. So we will announce our partnership in the near future, so people can earn tokens by the phones, and in the future with the POS nodes, POW nodes, and they can spend these funds in the real life, in shops, in magazines, and buy some digital resources quite soon.
Okay, great, thanks. And also the question that was on the list, why is the name Enecuum? It comes
Sorry?
from that. Why do we have the project name exactly like this? Why is it called Enecuum?
So it's why this name of the question? So we will. I think it's we have to explain to all community the legend of Enecuum. So please stay tuned, and we publish the Medium post with explanation of the name and the history of the Enecuum quite soon.
Okay, great. Keeping people excited, that's great. There is one more question that is my favorite personal list. It's about ROI. So on the 1st of August, 100 coins was able to mine 18 coins, right? On the 5th of September, 1,000 coins were able to mine only 3 per day. So how does it work? I think Konstantin likes this question very much and I'd like to explain it.
Yes, it's my favorite question. So first of all, how ROI works. Actually, we had a best answer in our Telegram channel by user C Game. Mr. C Game, if you see us, thank you very much for this answer. I'll just read it. So think like this. There's a tree that make in every day 10,000 apples. At the beginning, were just 200 people around. So they take a lot of apples. After some time, the entire town came and 20,000 people receive just half of an apple. The more they come, the less piece of an apple they get. But this can increase the price of apples. I don't like apples, but it's better to use banana. So the idea is that we don't show you cartoons as many other projects do. So we have a fixed amount of coins which are emitted each day. So these coins are shared between miners in a proportional to their stakes. But so when the network grows, ROI gets lower. And the main point is that you shouldn't worry about it, because those who started mining earlier already got a huge amount of coins, and newcomers will get a lesser amount of coins. So you will be much richer than they.
Okay, thanks. I'm not sure if we have answered the previous question about like real Enecuum coin. Maybe the question is like, will we have something physical, like a coin, to keep it in our hands? Which I think that, well, maybe it will come. For now, we are working on converting it to real money, which
I'm not sure
workable.
I really understand what is physical coin. Physical coin. Actually,
That was my comment. I mean that before, like to hold Enecuum coin, because I maybe
okay.
I'm holding my pen. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe one day we'll also sell real tokens. Okay, so the other question is, what is the progress of post nodes and any information on that? For example, how much will a person need to stake to have a post node? Like 5,000 or 10,000, or how does it work?
I will explain, I will answer on this question. So we are still working the economical model, but at least we know that POS nodes will be top 100 wallets. So this is for now. It means from topest to 100 wallets will be can run the POS nodes. So this is we are realizing at the moment.
Okay, thank you. Again, one of my favorite questions from the Russian community is, me and my wife, we have the same phones, but she mines more. Why? Any comments on that?
I think it's a question from Effie, yeah? Hello, Effie.
Konstantin, can you?
Konstantin, it's your favorite question.
Actually, it's favorite question for Sergey, and Sergey, can you show our multiple fonts that lie on your right?
I'll try it. It's oh.
And this is how we're trying to figure out why does person's wife mines faster than author of this question. So actually, there's a lots of factors which can affect mining speed. So quality of internet connection, power of calculating power of cell phone, and of course your stake. Sometimes Android environment can affect mining speed because it puts our mining process to sleep. So there are three main factors: your operating system, which slows mining, your calculating power of your cell phone, and quality of internet connection.
Great, thank you. There is one more question, like where can we find the 100 wallets that will be used in post potentially? Is there any such?
I send the link. I send the link. It's
Okay.
very easy. You can go to the Blockchain Explorer and tap on the accounts, so you can see.
Yeah, yes, but at the moment there are lots of token holders which don't use POA mining, POA mining at the moment, and because they are waiting for POS. So this list will change when we release POS.
Okay, thanks. There is one question, quite recent one. What is are we open source? Are our decentralized protocols more significant than the web equivalent? Are we planning to go open source at any time, like full scale or partially? Because that's might be an important topic to discuss.
So we will open the part of the code in the future, and as you can see, we have at the moment was like 55 or 60 repository in GitHub. So we start from 2017. So we have a lot of experiments in code before. So first prototype was on the Haskell, so then Node.js and C++. So the part of the code which we are working at the moment, it's a close on our GitHub repository. But when time is coming, we will open.
Okay, great. There are questions. I'm not sure if it's a very appropriate one on how much does it cost to run the project per month? If public information, because
I cannot understand the question. How much what?
How much does it cost to run the project for months? Monthly expenses for the project. Okay, it's in the, okay, I will send the question to the chat. Where was it? Where was it? Give me a moment. Here.
Mm-hmm. So it's it depends of the few factors like how active the market company at the moment, and do we have so many listings. So it's completely different. I cannot tell you like it costs like 100,000 or 20,000 K. So it depends.
Okay, great. Thanks. It's important to know. And the questions that we have left, they are purely technical. I suppose that we can delve into it, but it will take a lot of time. Maybe there are, okay, there is one more question. How many people are there in the team and how many countries?
So right now we're about 20 people and like 6-7 countries at the moment.
Okay, great. So do we want to go into technical details now?
I think, yeah, because a lot of guys and a lot of community members asking a lot of technical question, like different between our difference between other protocols like Ethereum and so on. So let's go maybe more deep to the technical details.
We are still getting some questions from the chat. Okay, do we have anybody from South America or in South America?
No, we don't have any from no one. So if you are in South America, so welcome on board. So the very important thing is scaling the community of the developers and scaling the community of the members. So hello from Peru. Yeah, hello. One of my favorite country. So the scaling of the community, I think we have on the map one guy from Peru, someone. Yeah. So we have just one point on our map on in Peru. So Nika, if it is you, so hello, we see you on the map. Thank you very much. So yeah, we need some help to scale our community in different countries to become as a miners member or code contributors in future or developers. So please welcome.
Okay, actually I have checked the time and we are like getting closer to almost 1 hour. So maybe we can step aside from technical question, not to send everybody to super boredom, because all of them are in either in white paper or tech paper, or we can answer them point to point in the chat. Because otherwise we will be super sleepy really soon. And maybe we have something more left to discuss on a more general side. Anybody from the chat willing to ask? Last chance for now, for today. Yep, there is one coming. Oh, there is one already. How is the progress of the project so far? Well, that's a rather general question. From technical side or from, what do you want to know? The progress is...
So the project, yeah, project is moving every day. So we are more news coming this week, next week. So we every day work hard, like 20 team members every day work to deliver the good product to all our community and to new community members.
Okay, but here is one coming. The percentage of the project development complete so far. Okay, this is quite hard to measure, I suppose. Any comments, Mikhail, Sergey?
So I think because I cannot tell like we are completely done like 50% or 70%. So this is we every day or every week we are trying to bring some new idea to project and to make it more interesting to the market. So it will never stop. Like we will release and release and release the more new features and more new features and more new features. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So we cannot tell like, okay, guys, stop. We make enough and now it can work. No, it doesn't work like that. So we have to improve every day our project and our protocol. So I cannot tell you like how many percentage of we already release. So we still have the same roadmap as now. You can find it on our website. So we will deliver the mainnet in this year. So, but for making the new roadmap and to deliver the more new features, we need the time to realize it and to put it on our roadmap for the next couple of years. So please stay tuned. We will announce a lot of new, very interesting feature which we'll realize in the future.
Okay, thanks. Another question. Will Enecuum appoint ambassadors in other countries?
Yeah, actually, it's a very good idea. Right now we have, we also have very interesting idea to scale our community. We're thinking about to create the like social website on our web platform, so people can publish the information about themselves. So, for example, I'm Michael. I'm from Belarus, and so this is my referral code, and I'm joined the project like a couple of weeks ago or 3 months ago. And this is I have 20 devices, or I have 1 devices, and my grandmother also mobile miner. So people can share the his history with the community, and new community members can choose the agent for referral program from the community, for example. So from this perspective, of course, we need more local people from different country who can explain us some maybe little more aspects from the country specific. For example, when we start work with the Vietnam community, we understand just after a couple of weeks after we discuss with them. So people in Vietnam use iOS, so nobody use Android, like maybe less than 1%. So it was for us, the Vietnam, it's very big market and potential market because of it's a huge country with a huge population, but nobody used the iOS. So in different country we have different specifics. So of course we need more and more people who can join our project as an ambassador to deliver to us, to explain to us more specific information from the area where they live. So please welcome. You can contact me directly or some of our administrator in Telegram to discuss the possibility to become as an ambassador.
Okay, thank you very much. And the next question, I can probably comment on that. The question is about how the team, which is so distributed, can work fast. Well, that's a spirit. We are quite motivated. Since we are motivated and we have trust in the project, well, the project.
It's always challenge, yeah.
So, well, it's going. Okay, there is another question. On top of 100 wallets running the POS nodes, any plans for us to also have staking pools to enable those not in top 100 to still stake? So could it be made more than 100 POSes, basically?
So the total amount of the POS nodes, it's not fixed yet, but so we are thinking about the soft staking system. So for example, you can run the node and you can invite the people through the community or through your iOS application. So people can give you the tokens to your POS nodes, like for leasing or something like that. And if you will collect enough money to become like the wallet number 58 or 99, so you can become as a POS miner.
Okay, there is one question that 2 days ago an admin mentioned that ROI is going to increase this month.
Yes.
Can we? Okay, then it's.
So we will increase up to 4 Enecuum this month, but later on, please stay tuned. So we will announce it in a couple of weeks.
Okay, thanks. What's the maximum amount of reward per block until the mainnet is released?
7.
Okay.
7 Enecuum per block, but it will be split between POA miners, POW, and POS miners.
Another question is that there is a person, the only person from Africa, from Ghana, and he would like to make an official advertisement. Is there any need for a permit?
Yeah, so please contact Bogdan. You can find it in our Telegram group to discuss these details, so we can talk about it. Thank you very much. Now,
what positive sides would come when the mainnet is up and running?
the lot of positives will come. Yeah, believe me. So stay tuned, please. So a lot of features will come.
Yes, first of all, withdrawal from exchanges will be much more simplified.
Okay, another question is, do we plan to attract a dApp developer to our, or is it developer?
Yeah, dApp developer to our ecosystem. Yeah, so it's a very good question. I think we will, after we will realize the SDK, it's planned in Q4. I think we can make it. So if not, it will be Q1 in next year. So we can start work with the developer to motivate them, grow and build something on top of our protocol. But for developers, I think, as I explained you before, so our main feature it's mobile devices. So because world already changed, yeah, some of the millions of the people, they don't have a computer, they have only mobile devices. So more mobile games, more mobile applications, more and every day in our every hour daily life, the more mobile, more and more coming in our life. So we of course first of all interesting in the developer for dApp. We can create the dApp for the mobile phones. So and the answer is like Q4, Q1 next year. Lil Kim, thank you very much for this question.
So actually the second one is, when will we update the roadmap?
I think next couple of weeks we will update the roadmap and website, because at the moment it's a little it's already old for now, because we created this website 2 years ago, so we have no time to change it. So right now we are focused to change our position, the face, let me say it, change our face, public face on our website.
Okay, thanks. And the next question is, are we still communicating with Tier 1 mobile operators for the integration of Enecuum?
Jeff Feinstein, I hope. Yeah, so Jeff worked with and spoke with the different companies to implement our protocol in the future to different telecommunications company all over the world. So yes, but we cannot tell you right now which is this company, but yeah, we work with the telecommunication company at the moment.
Okay, the next question is about the distribution of rewards between the different types of nodes.
I think guys can explain, like Konstantin, can you explain the distribution?
Rewards.
Yeah.
Distribution of rewards. Okay. At the moment, or how it will be in mainnet. Okay, let's how it will be in mainnet. Blockchain consists of microblocks. Each microblock consists of one key block, which is mined by POW node, and multiple microblocks. So one whole block reward is distributed between POW, POS, and POA miners. The proportion is 10% of reward goes to POW, 20% of reward goes to POS node, and 70% of
25 and 70, 65, Konstantin.
25 and 65. Sorry,
yeah.
yes. made a mistake because I forgot the numbers for mainnet. So the 65% is shared between POW nodes according to their stakes. So that's all.
Let me add a bit. I think these numbers are still may be changed, because one thing that's why our testnet is not like others, because we test not only software but also economy. So we will look how this balance goes, and maybe we will adjust it somehow. So
yes, exactly. Thank you.
Okay, great. Maybe time for some last question from the audience, if there is something left. Okay, then I suppose that we can finalize today's session. So thanks everybody for coming, for waiting for the session to start. And we really appreciate your trust in Enecuum. Let's continue mining.
Yeah, so I also would like to thank you very much for all our community, and especially the community members which can help us to answer the question. So as you know, a couple of weeks ago, 1 week ago, we start marketing scaling program with the KuCoin Place. So the new community members come into our Telegram channel every day. So we have community member which help us to answer on the question from the new members. So I would like to thank you very much to AGH Fabro, Isan 11, Demonic Rubble 18, Light 567, Prescott, Quershi 28, Adrian AR, Eric Santos, Kang Ptico, Abrix, Lila Kim, Isle Shelter, Chiller, and Sparkster 10. So guys, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And after 1 hour, we discuss with the team like who will be the winner and the question. So and we will contact you and we will send you the prize. Thank you very much, guys, and sorry for the late. We will publish this video on YouTube channel. So next AMA will be in October, middle of October. So stay tuned, keep calm, continue mining. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.